Okay. There's with black, with the black on it.
No.
No,
No.
I don't feel that either.
No. Definitely the maple.
Yeah.
Like, I understand why we go for darker fretboards around, like,
Yeah.
in general, but, like, no.
Kenny's like black all the way. No.
No.
I'm sorry, Kenny.
Not this time.
Kenny, do you have a bust of your head?
Okay, and then put that one up with the black.
Okay.
No.
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 No. I can
I
also
don't really like the chrome either, though.
I can also do I can do a red fingerboard, but that might be too much red.
No.
No red fingerboard.
No.
Keep the chrome hardware. Rich light. Okay, let's try chrome. We'll put chrome in there and then we'll do a black fingerboard. Would it have a black bridge? Or would you still do a chrome bridge? I could do a red fingerboard, but Megan is already like, no. Where? Megan?
What?
In that shelf, there should be some Paduke. The same spot where Jaime grabbed. Do you see any Paduke there?
I see this.
No.
And I see.
Let me see if I can find. No, that's not Paduke. No, that's
Neither.
Rosewood.
Well, this one's rosewood, yeah. What's this one?
I thought I had some. I thought I had a Paduke fingerboard lying around.
I don't see Paduke here.
Weird. Okay. I'll just use one of these. What about walnut fingerboard? Too orange and brown. No.
What's this?
That is Honduran rosewood.
Oh.
No, I don't think. I think it has to be maple. Like a red fingerboard. That's what Meredith said, torrified maple. I kind of like the light. Like seeing it's like, no, red's not going to work. The chrome is the right. Chrome is right. That feels right. I think it has to be a maple fingerboard.
Yeah, because it has to accentuate off of all of the
So
little light bits. There.
you'll see, I also,
Oh, and then that top just pops.
I haven't beveled it yet, but I have a white strip that will go around it, kind of like binding. Yeah, I think this is the right call, and yeah, chrome. It's very bright.
Can you toast this maple?
I could, but I don't. The roasted maple, it'll be brown like that.
Oh, it'll be like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it is kind of golden brown, but I'd rather have like golden maple,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah. Maple neck, maple. I think that works. I'm leaning into that.
Get out of there, Emmett.
Not a reverse headset. It's going to be a scarf. So what I was thinking about doing for the neck is scarfing, taking a maple neck and then scarfing a Paduke headstock onto it, and then bird's eye maple fingerboard. So this is the fingerboard. That's what I was thinking. And then it's going to have the blue headstock. That's another thing, is the headstock's going to tie in. In fact, like, I don't really want, this is one of the reasons I'm thinking about maple, is because it doesn't,
Nope.
the main thing is the body. I don't really want the fingerboard is not the focal point, and there's no way I could make a fingerboard the focal point to this. Hey, Fine Pine Carving, how are you doing?
Did you oil the neck?
Yeah, so it'll be kind of a creamy yellow. So the neck will be that color. Or the fingerboard will be this color, and the neck will be more white. Yeah, I'm just moving really slow with this because it's just, I want it to complement it as best I can. Susu, how are you doing? Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of leaning. Sorry, Kenny. It's not that I don't respect your opinion. I'm just not going to follow any of your advice. I'm sticking to my guns here. The head has spoken. I can just point to that. I think it is the right move. Megan, what do you think? Nemi, how are you doing?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
you'll see once I bevel it, you'll see that white strip around it a lot better as well. I think that's a sweet. Yeah, it's like completely different. Let me tell you, Hank and Kenny have been feuding for years. They can never agree. No, not that wood. This wood. No.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it does look pretty good. I think light is the way. It's like I said, it's not a cool guitar. It's a beautiful guitar. And I'm going to do a chrome hip shot on there, very simple. This thing is going to be very simple. Chrome,
Lie down.
chrome knobs, switch.
It's an angry ocean.
Yeah.
That's what Susu says.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a painting. I'm so stoked that I found that. I was wondering where that was. That's half the pickups I need for this. So then I just need a JB. And this is a neck pickup. Excellent. I forgot about it. This was the wrong one from Hemel. Hemel wanted a 59 bridge. This is a 59 neck. So that's where this is one of the pickups from the Hemel's build.
The Loyalist?
Yeah, that just, it was like, that's not the right thing. But it is a 59, which is great. That's what I need. But no, I need a different spacing for the covers. I might have to order some covers. These don't fit. Anyway, excellent. Just go into the drawer and find out what you need. Anyway, yeah, that's the plan with this one. I'm going to have to flush cut it. But I'm pretty happy with it. The neck pocket, there's something weird with that CNC. The neck pocket's all good. It's a good fit, but I always like it tighter than that. And it's just a good fit. It's not a great fit, but I'll live with it. It fits perfectly, but it's not.
But it's not good enough.
It's not good enough. It's not tight enough.
I'll live with it.
Actually, when I spray some finish on there, it'll kind of, yeah, once I bolt it, it's all good. It's just ideally, I don't know, like I said, there was something weird with the cutting. Normally I can put these in and they're tight enough that I can lift it up without, it fits perfectly, but when I put some finish on the neck, actually, you know what? When I finish the neck, that will make it tight enough, actually. That'll make it nice and tight. So that'll be good. So it's perfect. It's actually perfect because with a bit of finish, it'll be like, just stick right in. And you can see, this isn't the neck, but this is like my neck profile. It's a really nice, there's no gaps. See? Just fits in just right. No gaps. No gaps.
What are you doing with that?
Yes, I'm going to be doing for the neck will be maple. It'll just be white. The head plate, I have enough of this material for a head plate that will be mostly blue. So I'll show you what the head plate. Hey, aye, sir. Thank you for following. The headstock color, so right here, you can see it traced out. That's going to be my headstock. Will be right there. So you can see it'll be a nice bit of like kind of red here. How are you doing, aye, sir? I'm just figuring out this this guitar build. I have this ridiculous top. I'm very cautious working with this thing because I want it to be, yeah, it does look like a satellite picture as well. Everybody sees something different. It's going to be, yeah, it's going to be a ridiculous guitar. Absolutely ridiculous. So I'm moving very slowly through it just because it's like no mistakes. Everything has to fit really well. The cut, like I said, I'm not bad. I'm pretty good right where I am. I can clean up the rest by hand. So I'm going to do a little bit of handwork in here. Hi, May.
No.
Is it okay? Okay, good. No mistakes. I told you, one rule in the shop, no mistakes. Isn't the red there where the truss rod will be? Yeah, but I'm going to do, so the truss rod is going to be right there. So the little bit, I'm not a big fan of the orange resin. I think it distracts too much. There was kind of an orange resin glob right here that the pickup route took out. I'm going to do a Paduke truss rod cover with a maple HB in it. So I think that'll bring the red into that. So then I'll have the truss rod cover there, and then it'll be predominantly blue. I'm going to laminate a veneer of maple underneath, so it'll be like white, a little white strip, kind of like how I have the little white strip around the body there. So it'll be a little accent piece. So again, chrome, I got some chrome Hipshot tuners. Yeah, it's going to, that's the main thing is getting it balanced, and that was the thing about this top that makes it very desirable for me, was that the thing is very balanced color-wise. It's just very, very balanced, like a painting. You know, I've said it before, but it is like looking at a painting. And so this is, I didn't make this. This is Buckeye burl that has been pressure dyed and then stabilized with resin. So that's like a natural wood texture. Well, it was different. Like, that's the thing, Tari, and I've said it before, like, I have certain preferences. for things. But I saw this top and I saw a lot of potential. I saw something I could do. I could work with that top. A lot of times I don't like these tops. I find them very gaudy. You see them on a lot of metal guitars, heavy metal guitars, where they have like bright blue resin and the Buckeye burl, and it looks like a cool texture, and it works really, really well with a heavy metal guitar, like the one Will is working on one right now with Buckeye burl and Swamp Ash. Looks really good. That one's going to have a Wenge neck, actually. So you will see some Wenge necks. But anyway, a lot of times with guitar building, what I find with guitar building, it's about your taste and your ideas on like, what can I do with that top? How would I arrange it? So in a way, it's kind of like found art. Like, I didn't make this thing, you know, you just go in search of a nice piece of wood that you can work with. And you're like, that piece of wood speaks to me. You got to talk to your wood people when the wood speaks to you. Whoa! Daddy Bird! Daddy Bird, thank you. Thank you for those 5 gifted subs. That's awesome. I appreciate that. That's definitely where... Also, that reminds me. Let the new... Love the new build. Thank you, Daddy Berg. I also am starting a new giveaway. If you guys haven't heard, I got Megan.
Yeah.
I know you're doing something. You're doing something. Megan will show you the new giveaway while I'm talking about the art of guitar building. Anyway, so Tari isn't wrong. I don't normally do very vibrant guitars, but this piece was very interesting to me. This piece was just very interesting because it doesn't look like a heavy metal guitar. And I was like, ooh, I can work with that and just make a beautiful... That's why I keep saying it's not a joke. Like, it's not a cool guitar. It's like, that's a beautiful guitar. Megan, tell the people what's going on.
The Mountain Uke is on the table.
Yeah.
Hank said he would never give this away. And then he felt like...
I also said I would never do a vibrant top.
He also said he would never do a vibrant top. He said he would do a lot of things that he's never done.
Yeah.
And he said he would never give this away. And now he's giving it away. June 1st. This Mountain Uke could be yours.
Yeah, actually, Daddy Berg, you just probably made a lot of Hanks with those gifted subs. You probably have enough.
Hand cut, hand inlaid.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a subscriber giveaway, but if the tickets are 2,500 Hanks, you get Hanks by watching, by gifting subs. You get enough Hanks for one, or you get enough Hanks for one ticket just by subbing. So you get one right away. And if you want to keep accumulating, just keep watching. You check your Hank account, Luke. Luke, you have a significant amount of Hanks.
That's a lot of tickets.
Luke is number 5. Number 5 out of 3,409. That's Luke is, you're in the top 5. I'm not surprised. Anyway, never say never. Aces is ranked number 9. Everybody has so many Hanks. I need to start draining your Hank accounts. Yeah, build up that Hank credit. Anyway, that's my idea. If you guys understand my art. Now let me show you something else while I explain my art.
Do you understand his art?
I don't think they understand my art. Let me get a prop
Let
to
him
help.
tell you about it.
Okay, let me get this for a second. Okay. If you guys haven't seen this, let me tell you something.
This is not his art.
This is not my art, but a great artist from America, the greatest sculptor in America, contemporary sculptor in America, Rhino Lion. Maybe you've heard of him. He's a sculptor here on Twitch. He's the greatest sculptor of our generation. He's our Michelangelo. He decided to honor me with a bust. Yeah. So, you may be thinking sometimes, like, Hank runs his mouth off, he talks a lot of smack. I'm just going to pull out this bust and be like, if I was wrong, would somebody have made this of me?
Big brain Hank. Smooth brain Hank.
Aces has a plan. Anyway, so the Hank head has finally come in. Rhino is going to get the baritone ukulele. All my ukes must go. I'm going to make Rhino.
He's out of the uke business.
I'm out of the
now.
uke business, everybody. They all have to go.
Is this the one?
Yes, that's going to be Rhino's baritone ukulele. That's what he's getting. He gave me the gift of myself. So I'm going to give him.
Why don't you give yourself a hug? Look at that love.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Nobody understands. Anyway, that's going to go to Rhino. Yeah.
Then you take a photo of it.
Yeah, hug yourself. Do it.
That's too good.
Yeah. Anyway, so I just wanted to show this to those who haven't. Yeah, you can't. Of course not. There's so much logic in this head here. I just wanted to show this.
He feels left out because you were hugging
Oh, was I hugging? Oh, Emmett.
Emmett.
It's okay. Oh, he's getting big.
He's getting big. Oh my God.
Emmett's a big
Oh
dog.
my God, he's
oh,
getting big.
oh, Emmett.
Big puppy.
Careful with the plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't knock it over. Oh man,
He's so big now. Look, guys, he's huge.
look how big Emmett is. Do you remember when he was just a puppy?
And we were like, he's so big. And now,
Oh, Emmett.
dog is ridiculous.
He's a big dog.
Oh,
He's like a full-grown dog now. He's only 6 months old. I don't know if he'll get much bigger. Here, come here, Emmett. Come here. Yes.
here, let me move this.
Yeah, this isn't going to
This is-
work. No, I'll do it. You take the dog.
Oh, no. It's okay, I got it.
Okay. Okay, Emmett. Okay, Emmett. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yes. Beloved by animals. Yes.
Just having a moment.
Yeah. That's why there's statues of me. That's what it'll say.
Yeah, you know that song, Why Don't You Just Go Love Yourself? I believe it's by the great Bieber.
Yeah?
Also a Canadian. He wrote that song about Hank.
You're going to have to take him. He's so
I
big
do not
he can't.
listen to Justin Bieber.
He's so big he can't
I
even
know
fit
why
on my
I know
lap.
that.
He looks like the dog in the commercial. Yeah, he's a movie star dog. He's a
Yeah,
movie
he's
star dog.
beautiful.
Okay, I'm going to put him down.
Put him down. I can't do it. He's
Yeah,
too big.
he's a big dog. Okay, there you go, buddy. So much going on.
Aw.
Is he?
He's not ready. He's not ready. You want to come back up?
No,
No.
he doesn't want party.
He just wants pets. He just wants treats.
It is an Australian Shepherd bred with a
Bernese Mountain Dog.
Bernese Mountain Dog. Good combo.
That's my pup.
That's Megan. But Megan is going away to work next week
In Ontario.
in Ontario, across the country. So Emmett's going to be my dog. He'll be here on stream every day.
My dog.
Yeah, he'll be a good big lap dog.
Yeah, he's already well on his way to being a great lap dog.
Yeah. 6 months. I wonder if he'll get bigger. But anyway, we'll see. Yeah, Bernese Mountain Dogs are really nice. I really like Bernese Mountain Dogs, but it kind of chills him out. He would probably be a lot more high strung. But
Could
anyway,
be. I mean,
yeah, that's the thing.
not
It's
all Aussies are super high strung.
I'm going to have to create a be back soon. I got to take Emmett for a walk because every once in a while he's been in the shop and I've been streaming and he's like, look, I have to pee right now. You know? Who's the puppy?
Who's the puppy?
He's
so cute, guys.
he has to learn. He thinks he's in charge. You've had an English Mastiff. Oh,
I love English Mastiffs and Bernese Mountain Dogs. Bernese Mountain Dogs were my faves.
big dogs. You like big
And I
dogs?
Also, oh man, I used to really want an English Mastiff.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Mastiffs too.
Yeah. The what are those, the big floofy Mastiffs?
Tibetan Mastiffs.
Oh.
They have like they're like orange. They look like
Man,
bears.
those
If you
are
guys haven't seen a
crazy
Tibetan
dogs.
Mastiff, it looks like a bear. But it's a cute puppy. Anyway,
Yeah, totally. The puppy paws on those dogs, crazy. I had a friend that had she was really into Great Danes, and she had several Great Danes. And when her youngest one was a puppy, those paws, man, God, it was so funny. They were so big, and he was so small.
okay, here's the next question. This is a guitar question. A Mastiff Great Dane cross. Whoa, that's like double.
That's a double whammy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they are so sweet. I love them. I fell in love with Mastiffs when I was, I think, 8 or 9, and I lived in Pond Inlet, which is like about as far north as you can get in the world.
Arctic. It was
And,
beyond the wall.
It was beyond the wall. It was way beyond the wall. And the RCMP that had come up, because we would get RCMP on rotation like every couple of years, and the RCMP that had come up that year, they moved up to the middle of nowhere, Arctic, with their Mastiff. And I just remember, like, in my child's mind, that dog being so big, like so big. His name was Salty. And he was just this big flop dog in their house. He would just like lay there and you could just like crawl all over him, and he was so, yeah, I've loved them ever since.
Tales from the Arctic. Just hang out in the local Mounties house with the Mastiff.
Yeah,
That's
giant lap dogs.
It's very Canadian.
What?
Very Canadian. It's like, oh, I used to live in the Arctic. The local Mountie had a Mastiff, and we would, you know.
It's kind of quaint.
Yeah, it's what people
It's
imagine.
Canadian quaint.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Pickup rings or no pickup rings?
What happens if there's no pickup rings?
They just look like this.
Like there's just a gap in
There's
there?
just a gap. Manny, what's your opinion? I need Manny's opinion. Manny doesn't have a bust yet of his head, but I still respect Manny's opinion, even though he doesn't have a bust of his own head yet. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards
should have
that too.
rings.
It should have rings. It depends. Yeah,
No
you got,
rings.
No rings.
Mount them to the body. Really?
Yeah. You can do either or.
You have a busted head.
Manny doesn't even have a bust, but he builds guitars.
It's all that football.
Yeah. So Gio's going to come to North America to play soccer.
Is he gonna come play soccer in Vancouver?
He should. He should try out for the Whitecaps.
Does he like rain?
this. Yeah, they don't have rain in Australia. He'll love it.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Here's the thing. Here's why your son Manny should play soccer for the Whitecaps. So when you come out to visit me, you can also stop in and see Gio if you want. You know? U.S. Canada clubs. Toronto and Vancouver would both be really good.
Yeah.
I think those are the only. Does Montreal have a soccer team?
Do they?
Yeah. So Montreal, Toronto, and Vancouver.
Vancouver doesn't
Who
go
else has one?
crazy for its soccer though. Like, I mean, the people who like the Whitecaps really like the Whitecaps, but like in Toronto, when what's the thing called when
Tor-
they're doing their big thing?
Toronto is just a huge
soc-
market.
I know, but what is it when they're
Their hockey teams.
what's their what do they call the soccer one? Not the playoffs, the
I don't know.
not the Grey
The
Cup.
World Cup?
The World Cup. When the World Cup happens in Toronto, entire blocks shut down in the downtown core, and like they will play the soccer game on like the backs of like buildings and stuff, and people will just like sit in the streets and watch the
Yeah,
World Cup.
soccer
in Toronto.
isn't-
Like Toronto's like
Yeah.
really good for soccer. I don't know about Montreal. Probably is because Montreal's like a party town, and they just like any excuse to party.
Or Riot.
Or yeah, or you know, they're very good looking. Everybody in Montreal is very good looking. Everybody knows that.
They all.
And
Hipsters.
yeah, but like fashionista hipsters, like they take it to the next level in Montreal. You know?
It's like well done, you know?
Yeah, it's like we got hipsters here. We got lots of hipsters here.
It's like the
But they
thrift
don't
store-
do it the
thrift
way
store
Montreal
life.
does it. What?
Thrift store life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything they buy is from thrift stores, but it's like nice.
But really nice. They get all the best stuff over there.
This isn't the bridge I'm going to use. I'm just putting it there as an example.
You got a nephew at Whistler?
Nice. Whistler's filled with Australians.
Whistler
It's
is filled
infested.
with-
Some would
it's-
go so far as to say Whistler's infested
It's
with
true.
Australians.
Occasionally, people say that they need to purge Whistler of the Australians.
Yeah.
Fun fact for this gentleman.
Yeah.
Child in Whistler.
The nephew, yeah.
It's the capital, the STD capital of Canada.
What?
Is Whistler.
Makes sense.
I'm not gonna share that on stream.
Yeah, this is
This is a child friendly.
yeah.
He's having fun.
Well, I hope he's playing safe.
Okay. Actually, okay, it's not going to have this bridge. That's a base bridge. I just put it there for some chrome.
Sandlot about kids playing baseball in an abandoned lot. The dog in a backyard.
There was no graffiti in the metro station. Okay. Let's look
Stay
at
away from the French.
this. Megan is half French. You guys
Only
don't,
by blood.
you don't speak French.
I don't speak French. Susu's down for the chrome. She says she's not usually down for the chrome, but she's down for the chrome for this.
Nice. Well, if Susu's on board, then we can convince the others. Once you get Sue on your side, that's all that counts. She can sway an entire chat. There we go. I like.
Oh, yeah, like, okay, so Manny, sorry, I'm just going to interject here. Like, so French culture in Canada is intense. Like, it is really intense. And so being French in Canada is like this whole cultural thing where you have to be like you're really, really, really French. And it's like a cultural thing. And I don't have any of it except the blood. I've barely spent any time in Quebec, and I don't know how to speak French, so I'm only French by blood. And otherwise,
Not by
most
custom.
Quebecers would not accept me as a French person.
You look French, though. You just don't smoke enough.
I used to.
Yeah.
But smoking's not cool. So, you know, eventually, after almost a lifetime, I figured out how to stop.
Okay. What do you guys think? And then they'll have Chrome. Asus says yes, pick up rings.
Well, I'm also Irish by blood, and Scottish, and German, and Belgium, and English.
Yeah, that's the thing in Canada. It's the French are very nationalistic, so it's like
I am the nut.
yeah.
I'm not actually half French either. It's like that half of the family is also like French Irish, and so on and so forth. It gets complicated in Canada.
Look at the guitar. Look at this guitar. Yeah, that's a good take, Luke. That kind of sums it up. That's why they're very nationalistic, is because they're just a permanent minority in the country. So Quebec is their country.
I'm international.
Yeah.
I'm a mutt.
Well, that's the thing. The funny thing about the French culture in Quebec predates, like it was established in the 1600s, and then they got conquered by the British, and so then the British were like, okay, you're under our rule, but we're going to let you keep, like, we're not going to mess with your customs, just don't rebel against us. We really wouldn't like it if you join sides with the Americans. So, actually, here's an interesting fact.
I am, in fact, a Heinz 57. That's legit. My last name, actually.
One of the intolerable acts that started the American Revolution was the special privileges that the Crown gave Quebec that the Americans did not have. And they were like, why do they get to govern themselves and we have to do all these other things? So, interesting fact. And Quebec did not join in the revolution. That's why, what's his name?
Isn't in Quebec the province's language is French?
Yes.
First.
It's
French first in Quebec.
Yeah.
English second.
Yeah.
All the signs are in French.
It's the law.
Everybody
Your
speaks French.
signs have to
if
be
you
in
work
French.
in Quebec, you have to know how to speak French. You have to be at least bilingual.
And you'll get fined if you don't greet people in French when they come into your store. Yes, it's true.
It's not true. One
It's true.
time I tried to order a bagel in French and I was in line waiting and I worked so hard on it. I like figured it out in my brain, pulling from the little bits of French that I knew when I was a kid, and was like, I'm gonna order my bagel in French. And then I finally got to the counter and I like started to say it, and the guy seamlessly, flawlessly flipped into like unaccented English and just like asked me what I wanted. He was like, "What do you want?" And I was like, I practiced for so long. And he didn't even let me finish my sentence. It was so bad.
I'm just kind to Emmett. Okay, so you think the Chrome blends? I think the Chrome is the right way to go. It's bright. We're doing Chrome, everybody. I'll make the final.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'll make the final decision on
It's
whether
nice. I like the chrome buttons.
the Chrome dome knobs.
Yeah.
Big fan of those. I'll have a metal toggle as well. Emmett is
Tearing
doing
out the
his
box.
own unboxing stream. I'll make the final decision on whether I do rings after I finish it, after I get this thing done, and just see what it looks like with finish on it. But I think that looks.
He should have been smoking and wearing a beret.
Yeah.
I never really felt like I could pull off a beret. I tried a couple times and I was just like, and I like hats.
I would just look like Che Guevara. I already have a bust.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too, Luke. I haven't been to Quebec City, but I've heard that Montreal is just
Yeah,
much easier to get by in, and Quebec City is very difficult
I had no
if you don't
problem.
speak French.
I had no problem in Montreal.
Montreal is easy because everyone like Montreal is like a weekend hotspot for like people from Ottawa and people from Toronto, and like Ontario loves to go over to Montreal and hang, or the Gatineau Hills.
Put a beret on the bus. I can do different hats. You know how like Manny has the hat change on his stream? I'll just put a different hat on the bust. We have a helmet.
Does Manny do a hat change?
Yeah, Manny does a hat change.
I never noticed that.
Oh, you should do a hat change. Anyway, it's almost getting warm enough that I'm going to be losing hats off. I'll be losing the toque soon. We had a bit of a cold snap this last month.
It hailed at my house yesterday.
Yeah, it's still kind of like there's still a little bit of winter left. So normally I'd be rocking a trucker hat by now. I go between the trucker hat.
It has been colder this winter.
Yeah, so that's why I'm still rocking the toque. But I had to for my sculpture. Anyway. This is the thing. Is he peeing on the floor? I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so that's what we're doing today. I think it's tough to say. I think the overhead camera. Actually, that doesn't look too bad either. I think the overhead camera is more accurate to the colors. Yeah, I think the overhead.
Your phone is more saturated.
Yeah. So yeah, the overhead is what the colors actually look like. Though it's not quite as dull.
It's not as dull.
Yeah.
So the iPhone camera is much more saturated, but the colors are more like what's under this camera,
Yeah.
but brighter.
Okay.
That's weird.
It is weird. Neither of them is accurate. Neither.
It's in between.
It's in between.
It's
Just
in
imagine in
between.
between. So actually, Megan, you see up on that shelf there? You see right up on top?
Uh-huh.
There's some slices of Buckeye Burl. Can you grab me one of those? Right on top of the shelf. Right on top next to that. That is.
See it.
Yes, that's it. Megan. Good job. You're the best.
Thanks.
Okay, so free fall. This is Buckeye Burl. This is natural Buckeye Burl. Basically, it's tree cancer. It's a growth. It's a growth on the tree. So this is what it looks like natural. It's very porous. You can see there's lots of holes. You have to resin fill it. So it's crazy that you get this out of it, but it is the same thing. So
Oh, if you don't put any filters on your Instagram, right?
No.
Like when you take pictures? Susu, if you want to see like the true color tone, you could go to Hank's Instagram and you could see the true
actually
color
that
tone.
one doesn't look right either.
It doesn't?
No, nothing's capturing this top. Like it's kind of green, it's kind of blue. It looks like this color on the overhead cam, the color is right, but it's way more vibrant than it's dull. The
Yeah.
colors are right on the overhead.
Yeah.
It's just
But
not
it's
as dull.
dulled out.
It's really dull looking.
Whereas they're heavily saturated and way more orange
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the iPhone.
Which is
camera.
also, it depends on the lighting too. Okay. So, Hank juice it. Okay. So this is Buckeye Burl. Oh, wait, where's my Hank juice? I'm running low on Hank juice. I don't got much. So Buckeye Burl is very porous. And so it takes dye really well, and you get these different kind of tonal variations. So this is natural, which also looks cool. So Will is working on a Buckeye Burl top right now that's just natural. You see this on a lot of like heavy metal guitars. I was saying before, Buckeye Burl looks really cool. Buckeye Burl is also very expensive. It's considered a very, because it's kind of rare. Has a lot of interesting textures. Goes really well. Assistance, I need more hang juice. I need Rage to bring up a big pile of it. You can see, ooh, that's filled. So here's the funny thing. This Burl was a coffee table that Meredith inherited from her great aunt. It was the ugliest coffee table. It was so ugly. But then years later, she knew it was Burl, and it was like, oh, that'll make great tops. Like very, very valuable. So it did work out in the end. Very ugly, ugly table. And it was like 3 inches thick. She got a full body, a Buckeye Burl body out of it, plus 3 tops. So it'll be nice. So anyway, how you get this is you dye it, and then you put it in a pressure chamber that pushes the dye all the way through the wood, which again, Buckeye Burl is very good for that. With maple, it's really hard to get even like a millimeter deep. So Buckeye Burl actually takes dye really, really well. So you put some dye on the top, then you put it in the pressure chamber that pushes it all the way through. Then you stabilize it. You stabilize all those cracks and stuff. You put in a resin. Sometimes they'll put a colored resin in. This, it looks like they use kind of an orangish red resin, so it goes really well with. You can't really tell what's resin here. Sometimes you can do like a black resin. Black resin looks really good. Yeah, it was just garbage. It would have been the ugliest table. Like you couldn't even sell that in a secondhand store kind of thing. It was so ugly. But this is very good salvage. This is salvage. This is not. But anyway, that's. I hope Freefall that explains the top. So then there was two colored resin put in there, or sorry, 2 color, the red and the blue. It mixed really nice. A lot of times, like I said, you see this in more heavy metal guitars. If you look up like resin Burl guitar tops, they usually do really wild stuff, and it looks really cool, but it's a very specific look. Not all the tops look like this. This top transcends genre. Transcends genre, Megan.
How poetic.
Yeah. Well, challenging everybody's preconceived notions on what a Roya guitar can look like. There is dye and resin, yes. I didn't make this top. I ordered this top. So that was the thing. Like I'm not, like I said, I usually don't like these tops, but I was
Yeah, he showed me a bunch of the other ones. He didn't like any of them. I also didn't particularly like.
They were ugly.
Weren't bad. Okay, they were ugly.
They were ugly. I make beautiful guitars.
But it was like, he was like, I couldn't have bought this one. I couldn't have bought this one. And it was like, no, he couldn't have bought any of those.
Yeah, like that's
just this one.
Just this one.
This one.
This was the only one that was like, I can work with that.
The rest of them were weird looking.
Yeah. Yeah. It's and that's like what I was saying is like a lot of times it's weird. It's about taste. When you're doing kind of custom stuff, a lot of it's just about taste and being like, well, this is the combo. Like you guys, if you were here earlier, showing this top to Kenny. Kenny is another builder. He's from Montreal. And he had a completely different take on how he would how he would do this top, and it would totally work as well. He would go dark. He would lean into the dark aspects of it, and it would be very more moody, right? So it's like there's different ways depending on the artist, because with guitar building, a lot of it is you're not making the top. You're finding the top. Like nature has already made the top. So you're going through wood and just finding combinations that work. You know, like, oh, I have these tops. Like when Manny was got all that wood in, he's like, oh, I'll use this top with this body, with this neck. And it's really kind of fun to be like, oh, I'm going to try all these color combos and just see what works. And that was one of the things that I did with this one, was like, I need Padauk. I love that red, and blue and red is very, very vibrant. And so I went out looking for the right body, and I knew I wanted Padauk. I wanted red and blue, red, blue, and white, which is a very standard color combo. They've used it in a few flags. Maybe you've seen them before. Anyway, red. I didn't come up with red, white, and blue, okay? But I definitely took it to levels nobody's seen before. Anyway. Yeah, very natural. Yeah, like it looks like a painting. So that, again, one of the things that drew me to it, it was balanced like a painting. There's really nice balance to it. It just works really well. It's abstract and balanced. That's good abstract. Art is also balanced, like fractals. Yeah. There's a few flags that have used this color combo, but
Never like this.
never like this. Anyway,
So will you do it with the rings or without the rings?
I'll see. I'm going to finish. It's going to be the last thing I do. I'm going to get the pickups and just get everything mounted, get the whole thing finished, and then I will.
No.
I could cream P90s.
I
I was thinking
Just
about.
like the color.
Yeah, I was thinking about cream P90s is also a. Yeah, I wouldn't do cream binding, or sorry, cream. No plastic. I think it's just like no plastic, but cream could work as well on that. I'm not saying you're wrong. You're just not right. Anyway, I had the brain to see the possibilities, man.
Everybody says no cream.
No cream. Everyone is like, no, hold the cream. No cream. Okay. Put this over here. I'm going to put this here.
There's no cream.
No cream. Don't worry. We're not doing cream. No cream. You know who I am. Do you think I would do that?
You gonna love yourself? You're
Oh, careful. So, Megan, let me tell you about my vision.
not again.
See this head?
Does it smell like a baby head?
You see this head? Do you know what goes on inside this head, Megan? So, Rhino, look at how perfect that is. Whoa! Like, that's the exact angle. Look at that. Look at that. It's my head.
It's your head.
Yeah, black could also work. Don't you think so, Hank? Yeah, I think so. Camphor laurel is it the noxious weed? That camphor laurel. That looked really good. That's my new favorite mellows. If you guys are wondering what my new favorite mellows is, it's that guitar. The Strat. Not again. Let me explain my process to you, Megan. My process.
Hank takes care of my dog sometimes.
So she has to humor
So
me.
I have to humor
I have
him
to
and
take care of your
listen to all
dog for
of it.
weeks. She has to humor me. She has to be like, "Oh, that's great, Hank." You think he would have a deeper? Okay, Hank. So what do you think, Hank? Well, I think that.
Go through all of your voices.
All the voices.
Yeah.
How?
Just, hello, Papa.
Hello. Well, Hank, let me tell you. What?
No.
No. Camphor Laurel. Yeah. It looks really nice. It looks really good. Except Purple Heart. Hank, do you like Purple Heart? No. No. Hank doesn't like it either. just, he's
So many.
tense. He's tense. It's antibacterial. Oh, that's interesting. So you can use in surfaces.
Lots of woods are antibacterial. Antiviral, antibacterial, antimicrobial.
What if somebody carved a bust of Manny in Purple Heart though? Yeah, it's perfect for smelly rock guys. Disinfects them while they play. Their sweat gets into it and it disinfects. Cures up all their rashes. Guaranteed. If you get that guitar, it'll cure your rashes. This is a bonus. You need to be selling that idea, that Camphor Laurel, and just be like, oh yeah, it sounds great, really rocks. It'll clear up that rash on your stomach while you play it.
Nobody wants to be thinking about anybody's rashes.
Yeah, just assume that
terrible
everyone has a
marketing
rash
strat.
on their stomach and that you can.
Right.
Hey, JB's here, everybody. JB. It's about time I got rated by JB. This is a first. Thank you. Thank you for that raid, JB. If you guys aren't following J10B2, you need to be doing that. Yeah. Thank you for that shout out. You actually recorded some samples of the Camphor Laurel telly last night. Sounds great. Are you going to post that, Manny? The Desert Rose has cleared customs in Chicago. JB will be getting it. Perfect time to start streaming, JB. So, if you're not following JB, you should follow him now so you can see him play his Mellows custom when he gets it. He won the auction for the 24-hour build. So we'll be seeing that soon. Anyway, we're just admiring the shape of my skull. Look at that. Look at it, Megan. Look at it. It's like my head.
Guys, I gotta deal with this in real life. Real life, real time. It's different than watching it on stream.
Yeah.
Like, it's just different.
It's just the perfect shape.
I know. Rhino is so talented.
Yeah.
We heart Rhino.
Yeah. Look at that.
You gotta lean on the other side so they can see your. There you go. There you go. Oh man.
Oh. You know what? That's a thing, and I think I've told you before, Megan, that my greatest sadness in life. Let me tell you about my sadness. You look at me and you're like, Hank, you got it all. You got a beautiful guitar, you got a puppy in your shop, and you got a bust of your own head. And I know you're thinking that, but let me tell you something, Megan. The sadness in my life is that nobody will ever love me as much as I love myself.
That is true.
And that's just, it's just how I had, it's just how it is. Like, Emmett loves me, but not as, and he loves me a lot. He would probably fight a bear for me. He probably would. Anyway, not enough. Not enough. Anyway.
Maybe one day Hank can sit for a live sculpt and I can use calipers on him.
Yeah,
That would be amazing.
One day.
But is an Oscars.
That will be my Oscar speech.
Oh, man.
Someday I'll go and pose for Rhino. I don't know what kind of pose I would do.
This is Emmett just staring at
Just
Hank's
stare-
BS.
Yeah.
Being like, you are so full of it, Hank.
Try harder, Emmett. No. Are you saying I stink?
A little bit.
I was sweating a lot today. Yeah. Yeah, I'll save the rest of that speech for the Oscars,
Oh, look at me.
Oh. Ow. Why? That violates the term of service. It's violence.
This is free fall.
What?
But I'm not going to swear.
Oh, man. You can't come on my...
Or no, for Papa Dookie. That was for Papa Dookie.
Papa Dookie.
Oh,
Why
it
would you do
needs
that
be
to
a
me?
Perfect Oscar speech. Will Smith slap him.
Oh.
Well,
I'm not saying I don't deserve it. In fact, I'm surprised I don't get slapped more. But I've been slapped.
it's not the first time. It won't be the last.
Do you know how many women have
Do you
slapped
know-
me in my life?
Some of the things that he says sometimes, like, whew, this guy.
I'm not going to get into it.
It's an in the moment thing. He'll just, you know how it goes.
Thank you. Some people
That was
agree.
me.
No, we're not doing slap Hank for bits. That's not a thing on this channel. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not.
You love it.
No, I don't.
You love
It
it.
makes me sad. It makes me sad.
It makes you laugh.
It humiliates me in front of my audience. They think the world of me. Look, this is fan art from America. If you humiliate, see, this is Megan's jealous. You see that slap? She's hiding and saying like, "Oh, you deserve it. You're such a jerk." But actually, she's
I didn't
just
say that.
she's just so jealous that
Oh,
it's not about her.
No,
Yeah.
it's about Emmett.
Paddle. We need the paddle for the bits. Get the paddle out. I think that would definitely be violating the terms of service, for sure.
What, you can play violent video games, but you can't enact violence yourself?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You can play, what is that, with the Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah. You can beat people to death, dismember them in a video game,
But
but
I can't just pretend to,
no.
you don't make the face.
It'd be a beautiful paddle. I'd have to make a paddle first. We're not doing Spank the Hank on this channel. I don't care how much money it would make. We're not doing it. It's like, remember when Hank used to build guitars? Now it's just a spanking channel. Forget hot tubs.
Look at that guy.
Just spank the Hank.
I just love him so much. You must all love him too.
Yeah. Flame
Flamed
maple paddle.
paddle.
Yeah. Of course.
Okay, it's done. Truce.
that would not go over well with my audience. It's like people would cut it. If I slap you back, people would be like, look at Hank abuse a woman on his stream. It doesn't matter if you're like, go back, she slapped me first. People would just be like, he's a monster. He's a monster.
If you slap me back?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Don't Google
Oh, yeah.
spank the Hank.
If you did that, I would scream so deadly, bloody, horribly loud that people will think you tried to murder me. And I tell them that you did, and they'd believe me because boys are like that and girls aren't.
You're the worst mod ever sabotaging my stream. Yes,
I brought a puppy.
Dreaming Mustard, I cut the body out. I still need to trim it, but the body is cut out. See? That's what came out of here. This is what we got going here. I'd be canceled. I don't need to be canceled.
No.
I'm obviously wrong. Look, I could do horrible things on this stream. I could do the most horrible things that would make you hate me. I would abuse Megan and Emmett at the same time. And then I would finish this guitar and you would forgive me. You're like, Henry's a horrible monster. Or, sorry, Hank. Hank is a horrible monster. He's a horrible monster, but he builds beautiful guitars, so we forgive him. That's how beautiful this guitar is going to be. I could be a huge monster, and you would all still love me, but never as much as I love myself.
Is that who Henry is, the monster?
Henry's the monster. Hank is the good guy. Henry. That's who this is. This is Henry. I'm Hank. The bust is Henry. We don't like that very much, Megan. We don't like it when you do that to us. Do we, Henry? That's right, Hank.
Oh my god.
Me and Henry were having a discussion about you. We don't like the things you're saying. We don't like them at all.
It just got uncomfortable.
Yeah. Everything's better when you have a bust of your own head. Just stand and talk about your bust. Okay.
Oh, I love you, Manny.
Dr. Hank and Mr. Henry. Mr. Henry and I.
Hank and Henry, starring in Saturday the 14th, the next day.
See, this prop adds so much to the stream. Adds so much. Thank you, Rhino.
Did you just call me a prop?
Oh, don't slap me. Hank wouldn't like, or Henry wouldn't like that. Henry wouldn't like it at all.
You sound kind of like one of the Beatles when you do that.
Actually, I was trying.
Henry wouldn't like it at all.
That's like John Lennon. You just wait till Mother comes on stream.
No? When's Mother coming on stream?
Possibly early May.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You guys might meet
Mother.
the mother.
Mother is coming for a visit. Yeah, we don't have enough streamers. Yeah, this stream is too highbrow. It does. Some people are seeing Galaxy. Some people are seeing Galaxy. You'll see the ocean by the end of it. You will see the ocean. Let me tell you.
Yeah, that was the first thing I saw was like tide pools.
Tide
but
pools.
I get the Galaxy as well. And then I had a bunch of other like ocean.
I got this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do stink.
Yeah, you do.
Is Simon playing Mother? Oh, I got bad news, everybody. I got bad news. Perfect Simon is leaving the shop in May. Perfect Simon is gone. He's not gone yet, but Perfect Simon will be moving on.
Is that big news? Is that public? Are you allowed to say
Yeah,
that?
yeah, it's all been discussed. It's not anything bad. There's no bad reason for him leaving. He didn't say why. He did actually, but Simon is actually Perfect Simon.
He's moving down the street.
He's just moving down the street. He's doing some very elaborate acoustic builds, and he wants to do it on a professional level. He needs to get a bunch of equipment and jigs where he has dedicated spaces for all of his stuff. So he wants to set up a really efficient shop for himself. I get it. In a communal shop, you set the tools up one way, somebody comes along and changes it. So you spend a lot of time looking for tools and adjusting things. And so he'll still be around for the next month and a half or so, but he's making a go. He's making a serious go of building. So we're still going to see Simon. We're still going to see his guitars, but he won't be in the shop.
On the weekends.
On the
He's making a
weekends.
serious go.
He's
building
making a
his
serious
guitars on
go.
the weekends.
Yeah.
He still
Yeah.
has a job.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Has he made a lute yet?
He hasn't made a
going to
lute.
make a lute?
No, he's making some really fine guitars. He is taking some classes with actually an Australian builder who lives out here, GR Bear Guitars. So Rye is GR Bear's Guitars. If you ever heard me talking about him, he makes perfect guitars. So he's a good guy for Perfect Simon to learn from, and that's the thing. I'm going in the opposite direction. I'm going heavy in electrics. So it's kind of like our shop is really geared up right now for electric guitars. So it's kind of like, it makes sense. Like, he wants to do acoustics. We want to rock. Let me tell you some facts. Straight facts about acoustic guitars. Acoustic guitar is the instrument of choice of the unemployed and college dropouts. Fact number 2 about acoustic guitars. 73% of all acoustic guitar songs are sad, and they'll make you feel sad. Whereas over 80% of electric guitar songs make you want to party. Fact. That's why I build electric guitars. Let me tell you, the electric guitar has generated billions of dollars in revenue over its inception. Fact. Yeah. Yeah, this guitar isn't for rockers. No, this is, I'm putting some very versatile pickups in it that if you did want to rock on this thing, you can rock. If you want to do some like jazzy stuff, you can do that. So I'm doing a 59 in the neck, a JB in the bridge. Very versatile. So whoever gets this guitar can do whatever they want on it. I am all about the party. All about the party. Anyway. Yeah, you don't want to feel sad with your product. I'll leave the acoustic guitars to Manny and Babumstead. Everyone that touches an acoustic guitar or even hears one loses money. Fact.
Is there a podcast this weekend, Hank?
Yes, there is a podcast this weekend.
Who will you be talking to?
I got Will and Rage, and we're going to be talking probably, we're going to be talking about music. We'll be talking about metal music because Will and Rage are both really into metal. We're going to talk, we haven't been able to talk. You guys have seen Will on the stream before. He's the co-owner of the shop here. But we'll have a discussion. I just want to have Will on. I'll have Mare on as well at some point. But yeah, it'll be Rage, and Will talking about guitars. Will, 5 p.m. Pacific time. Will is also very knowledgeable of custom guitars. Very knowledgeable. He has a very fine collection. So he posted a picture of his latest acquisition. It's a custom acoustic guitar. It's a German-made one. I forget the name of it, but he just posted a picture in the on the Discord recently. So he's very knowledgeable about custom guitars, and it's been really good having him around because he can bring in, like, we can sample all these custom guitars from around the world, and kind of, it's good to see other builds, see what they're doing, how they're doing it, see the quality of it. It gives you something to kind of shoot for, you know? It's true. Strata, who? 2 p.m. Eastern time, yeah. Hans? I don't... It's in the Discord. I don't know the name. Sue, you can buy 2 tickets for the giveaway. Anyway.
If you're subscribed.
I don't want to knock the acoustic builders too much. I'm just joking. It's just like, I'm... Look at what I have.
Avenging Pineapple.
And Hemmel, what's going on, Hemmel? Avenging Pineapple, look at this. Come on, Avenging Pineapple. Somebody sculpted my head. I know it's not what you want, Pineapple, that you wanted a wooden tuba, but Rhino Lion just sculpted my head and sent it to me. That's got to count for something. You do. Sue is asking about how she gets a ticket.
How do you get the tickets? Are you subscribed, Susu? You go ! Ticket. And if you only want one, that's all you have to do. And if you want more, then you go ! Ticket. And the number of tickets you want. Like that. But with no spaces between ! and ticket. And you too can be in the draw. Whoop, wrong hand.
Avenging,
For this.
Look, Avenging Pineapple gets it. Nobody else gets it. Avenging Pineapple gets
What?
it.
You should have a sculpture. You are in league with pharaohs, kings, and emperors.
Exactly. Nobody understands me like Avenging Pineapple does. Tickets. Did that work?
No. ! Ticket.
Ticket.
And then the number of tickets that you want.
That's it. Manny just got one.
But put the ! And the ticket together.
I'm going to
don't
have
put
to.
the S.
I'm going to make an example to show. This isn't working. Yes, now you have something to worship when I'm not streaming. Let me tell you something about pro streaming. Is you want most of your follows when you're not streaming. That's how you know you're pro. You just try and go for the Emmett cam.
Yeah.
Nice. There we go. Is that bust on the billboard yet? It should be. I just unboxed it. I have to take many photos of it. Many photos.
Yes, Susu. Just like that.
There we go. 48 tickets in the giveaway. You're a champ. You're a champ. It is cold. It actually is cold in the. This is a shop, and it actually is cold here. We're in Canada, and it decided not to be spring yet. I'm wearing my toque a little bit longer than I normally do, but yeah, it's usually pretty cool here in the shop. I miss yes. He's a champ, Hamel. He's a champ. Nice. Sue is in the giveaway. I know. I don't know why it doesn't tell people. I'm going to have to figure that out if that's a setting. Like, it doesn't tell people when they get the ticket. But if you do, if you go to giveaway, if you go to that website, type in giveaway, it tells you how much you have.
Boss me around.
You're,
Okay, so you go to giveaway, and
Go to-
then you go into that.
You go into giveaway and it'll tell you how many tickets you have.
Where does it tell you that? Oh, entrance 13, tickets purchased. Oh, I guess I don't have a ticket, so it's
Yeah.
not telling me.
Yeah, that'll let you know.
I know it worked because the number went up on the
Yeah, it did.
counter.
I do.
You are definitely in for 2 tickets, and if you really wanted, Hank could check for you, and he could look for your 2 tickets and affirm for you that they are in fact there, and message you directly to your inbox and let you know that you
What?
are for sure in
No,
this giveaway.
I can just confirm on my screen.
or whatever.
I can confirm how many tickets everyone has. Avenging Pineapple, I 100% understand why you're boycotting this giveaway until I do a wooden tuba. I respect that decision, Pineapple. Yes, I don't know why it doesn't say, hey, you got a ticket. It's just like, it just takes your Hanks. Just takes your Hanks. It's like, bah, they're gone. Anyway,
Yeah, Hank's giveaways have never responded with a confirmation.
look, I do what I can. I do what I can.
But you do have tickets, Susu.
So, look, it is hollow. Megan, you can just wring this neck. Oh, yes. I need to set up a mantle with some lighting. Oh, yes.
Yeah, with a velvet backdrop.
Yeah.
Are you gonna put little tiny
Incense.
The
It needs.
little rope like around it?
Oh, it needs to have the rope and some incense burning,
And a crystal?
crystal, a few monks sitting cross-legged at its base.
Poor guy.
Okay.
I ended up being here for so long.
Yeah,
I
Megan, did you get
He-
my message?
No, I didn't. But I got it once I arrived.
I'm so hungry.
Yeah.
I'm dying.
Are you gonna eat on stream?
No, but after I stream,
Yeah, well,
I'm so
I can
hungry.
bring you something for after you
I'm
stream.
so hungry.
I just wanted to stop.
I'm
He
dying.
was like panting and dying in my car.
Yeah.
And I was just like, he needs water, and the shop was really close.
Oh, okay.
So that's why we
Just a
came.
you didn't even come to see me.
No, I didn't even know that I was gonna walk in right at the unboxing. I was
Yeah.
just like, my dog needs water, and the shop is like 10 minutes away. And I wasn't letting him
She
drink
doesn't
from
even care
the
about my.
murky waters of Trout Lake.
She doesn't even care, which is unfathomable to me. Doesn't everyone
What are
care?
you talking about? I care.
Yeah.
I care
You
about
care. You care about Henry. So, do I have a flush cut bit long enough? So
What time
Let-
is it? Oh,
it
well,
is 3:30. I
Yeah.
started an hour late, so I'll probably just go for another hour and a half.
That's cool. I didn't sleep well last night. I'm gonna go grab myself a beverage, coffee, something to wake me up more. And you want something?
Yeah, like a
Like a
burrito.
burrito?
A burrito.
Like a burrito bowl?
What either
Or do you want a burrito from
like a wrap or a sandwich?
like? You want a burrito? You want a wrap, or you want a sandwich? So you don't want a burrito bowl.
No,
You don't want me to go to Red Burrito,
you could do red burrito.
but you want it in a burrito.
Oh, that's a question of the day. Yeah, I'll do a burrito bowl
Yeah.
Thank
with
you.
the spicy chicken.
with the spicy chicken.
Yeah.
You know me too well.
Do you want the green salsa or the spicy salsa?
Medium salsa.
Yeah, that's the green salsa.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else that's you like sour cream, right?
Yes, sour cream, please.
Okay. Cool.
You can buy the amount of tickets, and we have Hanks. Doesn't have to do any kind of checking or notification. I'll check it out. I'll figure it out. So, do you guys want to see me do some routing? Are you leaving the dog here? Okay. He's going to be so upset. No, he won't. Anyway, so if you guys missed it, my CNC was not feeling good. Was not feeling good at all. It does. It does kind of feel like a satellite. That's what it kind of feels like when I do the.
Maybe I'll just take it with me for now.
Okay. When you have the black around it, it's like the earth. I'm actually going to do an ad. Thank you. Megan's leaving, but she's coming back. She promises. Anyway, so because my CNC was not being reliable today, I had to cut it short. I didn't do all the passes, so it has this weird lip. But I can use that edge with a flush cut bit to. I have a flush cut bit right here. I'm going to see if I have a bigger one. Just because this Padauk is like super dense. No, this is the one. This is the one I have to use. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting piece for sure. I'm just been very cautious with this thing because I just don't want to screw it up, you know? 4 more followers for J10B2. If you guys aren't following J10B2, highly recommend it. 4 followers away from 50. So, one of the things I'm going to do, we need to get the router. Oh wait, I was explaining. Hey, Shacket to Neil, thank you for that follow. No more massaging. I got work to do. No time to stroke my own bust. Hemel, when are you streaming next? Nice. So I'm looking forward to seeing JB with Manny's guitar. Oof. Not happy with that chatter on there. Tomorrow evening, nice. Tomorrow evening, your time. Three more to go. Okay. So, give me a second. Do you guys want to see me route? I don't think you guys have ever seen me route anything before. Let's route something today. Let me go grab my router. Okay. I got my router. Where? Now I just need my my little wrench. There we go. It's the wrong size. Get this out of the way. I think I'm going to have to route on the other table, but I'll move the camera over there. I don't want to get everything all over my my computer here. I just have to find that wrench. Anyway, hopefully, is that the right size? Why can't I find the 17? Nothing wants to fit. Give me a second. Oh wait, is this it? No. Found it. Don't worry. Yeah, it can happen. Yeah, I usually wear a visor because I find when I wear a mask, it clouds up the eyeglass, like the safety glasses. So I prefer wearing a visor sometimes. But anyway, do some hand tools. Why isn't this? This should just lock. Come on. There we go. There's a little button that locks the chuck, and then you can unbolt it. But you have to get into the right spot. Okay. That should be good. Yeah, this Padauk dust it gets orange dust everywhere. It's really, it's not too bad. I don't think Padauk dust, I've never heard, though I'm not saying it can't happen, but I haven't heard of anybody having an allergic reaction to Padauk. It can happen. But I don't have any problems with Padauk dust. But you still don't want to breathe that stuff in. So I'm just going to have this just lined up. Just enough. And then I'm going to do something else. Okay. I'm just going to make this just a little bit. Don't want it wiggling. That should be good. And then, here's the thing. When you're routing, there's certain things I don't want to route into. I'm going to, because it's so shallow here with the neck pocket, I'm just going to do that by hand on the spindle sander. I'm just going to sand that and grind that into shape. So I'm only going to do up to like here and here with the router. So what I do, because I forget all the time and I always go too far and I screw something up. So I always put tape on now. I always put the tape to where, so I, instead of a pencil line, a lot of times I used to just put a pencil line, and then sometimes what happens when you're routing, there's so many things that you're kind of paying attention to and you miss things. This is what happens to me, is I just get blinders on and I just focus on the one thing, just getting a nice even cut. And then I end up routing too much off. So I've started just putting bright tape just so I'm like, okay, I don't go past that point. I will not go past that point. So maybe, I'm going to have to move. Maybe it'll be easier to just move my computer rather than move my setup. I'll just make a mess here and I'll turn my microphone off. I'll just do that. That'll be easier. Yeah. Yeah, like you're so focused on just getting it right, you don't want to be like looking for other things, So I don't know how. I'm going to just test this wood. Like I said, Padauk is very, very dense. Very dense. Make sure it's off. Let me get a few things. wipe that down. How are we doing on JB? What's JB at here? When you route, you go, yeah. Purple heart density. Yeah, I did cut off a little bit. That's what I was actually worried about. Like I said, Padauk, I don't think is as dense as Purple Heart, but I still don't know how it's going to react. This is I think I've used this bit once before, so I know it's a sharp bit. So I'm just going to kind of do some tests at first, see how well that routes, and then if it's causing too much problem, I'll take off. I'll just sand it. You know, I don't care if it takes a couple hours. I don't want to ruin it. So if I have to sand it into shape, it's fine. I already have it cut out, but I have it looks like it's about 1/8 of an inch around. So it's not a whole lot of material. I just don't want any chip out, you know? Yeah, don't forget to breathe. Just very worried about chip out. But I think it's okay. I'm just being overly cautious with this one because I can't afford to lose it, you know? Can't afford mistakes on this one. So boom, boom, boom. This isn't my mask. Whoops, I grabbed the wrong mask. I don't have the purple mask. I have the pink mask. Or the violet. The violet mask is mine. There we go. Okay, I'm going to turn off the microphone. Ugh. Let me move. Perfect. Put that right there. Put that on top of there. Okay. Give me a second. I'll just turn down the mic here. I don't know if it's still picking up anything. All right. so. Not good. I just noticed a little crack. It could be the grain. Actually, no, that's a crack. I'm kind of worried about this. Little hairline crack in there. It hasn't broken off, but there's a little hairline, which I'm going to, I don't even know if you can see it. I think this is what was happening when Manny was doing that Purple Heart as well. It's just when it's super dense. It's just like, and you're cutting it and you're releasing tension. It just wants, so right there, so that's the crack right there. And then the grain keeps running. So the rest is grain, but there's a little bit of a crack right there. So it's running with the grain. So what I'm going to do is fill that. And it could just be grain, but it's also, it was like, it kind of pulled it out a little bit, which is kind of annoying. I might not use the router. I might just sand. I might just use the sander because it's pulling too much, and I can't have that cracking, that breaking out. So it's like, so what I'm going to do is just fill that with some thin CA, and it'll take more time. The router is, like, of course, way faster, but there's still a lot of material there so to take off. So it's like that little crack, which it goes to about here, will actually be taken out when it's sanded. So it's not too bad. That's about as deep as it goes. So it could just be the part that's sticking out. Anyway, I'm not going to risk it anymore, because it's just, like I said, I would rather spend a couple hours sanding than, yeah, luckily I don't mind sanding. I'm going to take that to the edge sander. Hey, Digital DAC, thank you for that follow. Yeah, it's, the router would be faster, but sometimes, like I said, this material, I've never done a Padauk body before, and you do not see Padauk very much. Yeah, I gotta play it safe. So I'm going to fill that with some thin CA, and then, oh well, it'll just take as long as it takes. It's not bad, but I definitely don't want anything like that happening. Just not going to risk it. Not going to risk it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was being careful and checking it just to see, because, like I said, this stuff is so dense. I knew that there would be issue with it. That what happens with super dense woods, especially like this, that's a new bit, and even the new bit was fighting the wood. So what happens is that basically it's tearing more than it's cutting. and so it's putting a lot of pressure on that wood, and also very dense woods. When you're cutting pieces off of them, it's also releasing tension in the woods as well. So it's like you have to be really, really careful with these types of wood. Like I said, it's very uncommon to use Padauk for a body, but I went with it because I wanted red. So if I want red, I am going to have to work for it. It's going to make me work for it. Yeah, Manny had problems with that, and that's actually what I keep thinking about is because I watched Manny work on that Purple Heart. You know, I saw how the wood was reacting to his tools and stuff, and it's just like, I got to be super careful with this. So it's good. It's a learning thing. We all learned. It was good. If I want red, it's called stain. Exactly. Yeah, but it was good. Actually, Manny, it was really good that you did that Purple Heart guitar, because we all learned from that. We all learned from Manny working on that. So anyway, I am starting to get... Did this happen with your... when you were routing the Purple Heart, I'm starting to get a few hairline cracks along the edge. So I'm not going to route that edge anymore. I can fix these. They're not very deep. I don't want them spreading though. So I'm just going to fill those with some thin CA. Edge sand that thing. Edge sand it into place. Hayes, how are you doing today? It's going pretty good, Hayes. I got some things to show you. You'll notice stress cracks, yeah. Well, especially with the router just kind of pulling and heating it up. Hey, Melandra05, thank you for that follow. No, I'll still be working on hardwood. I knew I had to be careful with this one. Like I said, that's why I pulled it off the C. The CNC was fighting this thing too. Like I said, the CNC bit, maybe if I had a brand new sharp bit, it was a fairly new bit, but it wasn't super sharp. You can see the bit was fighting the wood, and there was tear out was happening. So it's like, this is very dense wood. What is, let me look this up. Like, what is, let's see what the hardness, the Yonka scale of Padauk is. Padauk is let me see what's comparable to Padauk. It's on definitely the harder side. So it's similar to Zeracote, Bolivian rosewood, Wenge. Let's see what Purple Heart. Purple Heart is way harder. So this stuff isn't quite as dense as Purple Heart. Purple Heart is 2500. This is 1970. 1970. So this is the Yonka scale to give hardness. So to put it in perspective, it is harder than maple. Hard maple is like 1450. This is 1750. So it's harder than maple, but it's not as hard as Purple Heart. Ebony would be a nightmare. It would just crack. It would just crack. Nice. Oh, speaking of sculpting, Hayes. I finally got my bust. Let me just grab it for a second and then I'll get back to work. I have to show it. Speaking of sculpting, Rhino Lion finished my bust. So, finally got it. Jitoba would be a nightmare for sure. It would work as a fingerboard for sure. The hardest wood is probably like ironwood. Let's see what the hardest wood is. Hardest wood. It is generally as the hardest lignum vitae. I don't even know what that is. The hardest commercially available wood is hickory. I don't know if that's true. Maybe it is. You leave that for the Only Wood page, beige shirt. Yeah, I'll have to paint it. It has to be textured. But, yeah. Anyway, I just got that from Rhino Lion today. I've been showing it off quite a bit. You guys haven't seen the last of that one. But I just need to grab some thin CA. I'm going to fill those cracks. Thin CA will save me. But live and learn. Yeah, it'll just be safer to edge sand this. Way safer. It'll take longer. I don't care how long this guitar takes. It would be a real shame if it cracked. So I'm just going to be extra careful. Extra careful. Hey, Archon KR, thank you for that follow. Any plans for it? I don't know. I think I'm just going to keep that bust behind me. I'm going to use it for some stuff, but I don't think I've fully realized the potential of that bust yet. But it's good. It's good. All I know is it's good. Go. That should be good. It's like I said, I think these cracks are on the lip, so I should be okay. And it'll just look like grain because it's actually following the grain as well. So all good. Crisis averted. Crisis averted on these ones. It can hold my beanie on the nightstand. The problem is it's bigger than my head. It's not to scale. I'll stretch out my beanie. Yeah, most of those are cherry isn't too hard. Cherry is softer than walnut. Okay, Archon, I'm basically, I'm just getting, I'll show you in a second. I'm just waiting for this CA to dry. I'm just prepping this body for an electric guitar. And this is very dense wood. This red colored wood is called Padauk. I have an insane top on this guitar. I'll show you in a second. I put some very thin glue to fill these little cracks. So what I'm going to do, then I'll show you, I'm just going to spray some accelerant on here. That's the nice thing about CA, is if it's drying too slow, you can always spray it with a bit of accelerant. Uh-oh, I glued my thumb. I glued my thumb to it. Ah, there we go. Don't glue your hand to your guitar. It's bad. So I threw in a little bit of CA, and then I pushed it in and then sprayed it with the accelerant here. Just one moment. It takes about 30 seconds for the accelerant to harden the glue, if you can't wait. But you have to be careful when you use it, because it can stain. Anyway, let me show you this top. So that's the top for this guitar. Like Manny was saying, there's better ways to get red. I wanted to do Padauk with it because I wanted a natural red on there. Let me just get some mineral spirits so you can see it. Everyone's seen this a million times, but I don't get bored of seeing it just because it's a ridiculous top. But like I said, I'm taking it very easy. It's kind of difficult working with this because the top is very soft. It's burl, and the body is extremely hard. So I'm kind of worried because I'm going to be beveling it, but I guess I'm not going to be beveling the Padauk. So anyway, that's the top there. Yeah. Yeah, that's just a crazy top.
Could I borrow that binding big one last?
Yeah, sure. Here we go. Yeah. So this is a burl, pressure dyed burl top. Very fancy. So I'm being exceptionally cautious for good reason. Like I said, these materials are not the most friendly. A lot of times I'm working with walnut, which is very easy to work with. I love doing walnut stuff. Hey, CBD, CBNTH17. Thank you for that follow. Yeah, it looks really nice with the red. That's why I wanted to do it. It was natural instead of dyeing the red, because I noticed, like with the burl there, it's not like vibrant red. It's kind of a brownish red. And I'm like, oh, that's the same red. As you can see, it's pretty much exactly the same red as Padauk. And I was like, oh, that will look really good. But like I was saying, Padauk is exceptionally dense, and I'm starting to find out it's not easy to work with. So I have to sand. I was trying to route it flush, and that's not going to happen. So now I'm going to sand it, but I'm not going to sand it by hand. That would be that would take too much time. Hey Megan, Megan's back. What did you bring me?
Well, I brought myself coffee.
Oh, you didn't bring me a coffee.
It's 4 o'clock. Do you want a coffee?
No, actually I don't.
No, you don't. How'd you sleep last night? Good?
Yeah.
Oh, well
I slept
then you
great.
don't need one. I didn't sleep good.
No.
It's Hayes TJ.
Hayes. Yeah.
Icon.
Yeah, it does look really nice. Anyway. So,
Cool. I'm gonna eat.
you're going to eat? I'm probably going to shut down as well.
I thought you were gonna stream for another hour.
I could stream for another hour, but then you brought me food. I can't route this body. I have to sand it on the edge sander.
Oh.
It's too dense, and I'm afraid I'm going to get tear out and cracks. I gotta play it safe, everybody. I know you think I'm a luthier who lives on the edge, but sometimes you gotta play it safe. This thing is very challenging, which I'm glad I kept it simple. It's very simple, and I could tell it was going to be a problem when I was chambering it. It was smoking when I was routing the chambers. This thing was like smoking, and I was worried that it would heat up and break out. But yeah. No, actually, I've built instruments professionally before. I used to be a clarinet maker. I do teach guitar building classes, but I built clarinets for like 6 years, and then one of my friends got me into guitar building. So here I am in the shop building guitars, and I've been streaming for the last year and a half. 40 grit, yeah. I have an edge sander. I think it has 80 grit on there. Should be good, but like I said, just take it easy. Oh, you do like costuming? Nice. My sister's into cosplay and stuff. I can show you. This is my last build. This is a walnut. Yeah. This is an all walnut guitar with a maple strip and bit of rich light. Walnut is way easier to work with, so I can't do the same things that I can do with walnut, and that's one of the things. Oh, thanks, guys. That's one of the things with. Hey, thanks for following Hereticlish. That's a good name. Hereticlish. No, it's Hereticlish. Yeah, you get it? I got that one. Anyway, that's one of the things kind of experience teaches you. If you work with a lot of different woods, you kind of know how you can push it and when to take it easy and when to not push it. And I do a lot of stuff with black walnut. Black walnut is so easy to work with comparatively. This is black walnut with a maple neck. These are going to be very similar, except this one isn't going to have the F-hole. So this one is the same body shape. And so it's the same shape. I'm doing some of the similar things, but I'm changing a few things just to make my life easier working with this. It's going to have a couple humbuckers in it. I'm glad one of the things I did to reinforce this burl top, so this is Buckeye burl that's been pressure dyed and stabilized with resin. One of the things, I laminated a piece of maple underneath here. So you see that white strip right there? That was one for aesthetics, because I like having that little white strip there. But also it was to reinforce the burl. because I've worked with burl before, and because I was chambering this, I didn't want it to be so soft. Like there's massive chambers behind that top because Padauk is very heavy. So you got to take out a lot of material underneath. It also adds a lot of resonance to the guitar to have chambers in there, right? So it's not a hollow body, but it's like a semi-hollow. So with the burl, I wanted it reinforced so that if somebody like bumped it or something, it wouldn't crack or push in. So there's like a few things that I've done, and I did that on another Hemels burl maple guitar that I built. I reinforced that with some black material to kind of just keep it from bending or pushing in. So yeah. Oh, yeah, you just have to take your time. You can't rush it. Bad things will happen, and I don't want any bad things to happen to this. Oh, nice. You're from New Zealand? One of my guitars, I built another guitar just like this one, and one of my viewers, Stalking Tiger, bought that one. So one of my guitars is in New Zealand. So all over the world now, they're going out. Wood is like working with any material, like you probably doing costumes. You know which materials are more prone to ripping, which materials are harder to cut, which ones you can do certain things with and what you can't. It's all just kind of like experience working with that. And there's so many different properties to the wood that you just learn by doing it. Also, there's another builder on Twitch, Guitar Show Australia, who was doing a hollow body Purple Heart, and I learned a lot watching that. And so I kind of was like, I'm not going to push this thing, you know? So going, take it easy. Thank you, Beige Shirt. Thank you. Just throwing in the one-liners there. Anyway, I feel pretty good about it. The scary part is over. Oh, I'm really not much of a guitar player. I'm more of a woodworker. But when I'm going to actually bring in some good guitar players to demo my guitars. Actually, one of my commissions, AJ is moving back coming back to Vancouver to do some recording. So we'll get to hear the first pink guitar that I made. So that's good. I want to line up some other people to do some demos, because it's like I just can't do it justice. My guitars do sound really nice. Take my word for it when I say it. The walnut semi-hollows feel really good. They have a great sound. Black walnut always has a good sound. You knew I was Canadian? What tipped you off? Anyway, I'm interested to hear how this thing is going to sound with the Padauk. Very dense body with a soft top. I don't know what this is going. It might be very bright sounding. We will see. And my necks are so smooth. Yeah, actually, people have been saying that my neck carves feel really good, and that they've been getting better. But I think they just feel better because I've been carving a lot of maple. But anyway. Yeah, so there's not a whole lot I can really do today. I was hoping to have this body routed and beveled. So I'm kind of like half a day behind on where I want to be on this. But I'd rather be half a day behind than be trying to figure out a way to fix a catastrophic mistake on it. So it is what it is. I'm through the really scary part. I'm also kind of worried now. And I'm not really worried, but I just don't want to add any more holes into this guitar. So I probably won't direct mount. Oh, thanks. Yeah, no problem. I don't know if I'm going to direct mount those pickups because I'm worried about that wood now. Though I shouldn't be. Maple wood breakfast, nah. Fair enough. I think it's pretty obvious, but so I should. I should just quit and eat. So I'm on the west coast of Canada in Vancouver. If anybody's wondering, what is Emmett looking at you? We got Emmett in the shop. I think I am going to just eat. I was more concerned about this thing today than anything else, but I'm glad we did the unboxing for the bust. Before I go, I'm just going to plug the shop tour. I can show you. So we got Emmett. Emmett's sitting right there. He's already tearing up the box from the unboxing. He's an Aussie Bernese cross. He's 6 months old. And this is the wood shop. There's Megan modding in real life. Jaime's in the workroom behind that window. Jaime's back there. And then right in the back, it's all kind of bloomed out, is our spray booth. And then there's another room there. And then over here behind that window is the gallery room. So we have a big shop here. There's a group of us luthiers all sharing the space. So it's a pretty big space. Yeah. But before I go, I'm going to plug the, I'm doing a giveaway. I'm doing a subscriber giveaway. I give away a ukulele every few months. This is going to be possibly my last ukulele giveaway because I'm not really building ukuleles anymore. So I did this uke. This is a subscriber giveaway, so you have to be a subscriber to enter. But it's a little concert ukulele of Indian rosewood and maple. And it's kind of depicting a very British Columbia scene of mountains and ocean. So this is the next giveaway, June 1st. Keep collecting those Hanks. The Hanks are the loyalty points you get by watching. So keep collecting those Hanks and then buy tickets when you subscribe. So that'll be the next one. You still have a month and a half to accumulate. So just keep accumulating. Yes, I made that by hand. I didn't use a laser or a CNC. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it's like you can do stuff like, yeah, that's an inlay, all those different pieces of wood. It's called an inlay. Anyway. So keep accumulating those Hanks. Like to thank Rhino Lion again for the bust. Thanks for the bust, Rhino. Looks just like me. I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. No, I'm not self-taught. I've just been in the shop around a lot of luthiers for the last few years. So I've just been working through my own processes. Like I said, I've worked as an instrument maker before. I've done a lot of kind of specialized hand work before. So it's kind of like what building guitars and ukuleles has kind of done is just allowed me to kind of hone those skills and apply my skill set into building instruments. A luthier is a guitar builder. A luthier is anyone who makes stringed instruments, is a luthier. It's the old word. Yeah, a maker of stringed instruments, like a lute maker. Yeah. Anyway, so that is that. But I'll be back. This is my earlier stream. I stream later on Mondays and Fridays, and then Saturdays at 5 p.m. Pacific. I've done. I try and do a podcast with other luthiers in our group, and we just talk about different things guitar related. So if you're interested in more guitar content, there's a whole group of us on Twitch. You can find us all in that Discord. We each have a bench in there. It notifies you when we go live. If you're interested in finding more luthiers on Twitch, guitar builders, ukulele builders on Twitch. If you want to check out more of my stuff, check out my Instagram there. Thank you, Megan. But yeah, that's about it. I think, let's see. I did 3.5 hours. I didn't quite do 4, but that's okay. I just can't show that top and talk about it. I actually have to work on it. Unfortunately, I can't work on it on stream because it's super loud. And I need to use my machines. So let's see who we can raid. Oh, let's raid. Wait, who's on right now? Who's on? I'm thinking about. Let me just see. I have an idea. I think I know who to raid today. I just want to double check and make sure, see who's on. I always like to raid other luthiers first, but if they're not on, okay. So let's do Boyd's Custom Fab today because he's showing off his shop. He's showing off a bunch of his wares and a bunch of stuff that he's been working on over the last few months. So if you guys haven't seen Boyd's Custom Fab, he does a lot of really, really nice stuff as well. He's been turning a lot of wood. So he's showing all of his stuff today. So it's a good, if you haven't seen Boyd before, this is a good kind of introduction to his work because he's like showing it all. So anyway, I'll be back on Friday. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you then.